Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and Into the Void, which is just my every other weekly examination of bronze, silver, and gold level replays sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Into the Void. Alright, so here on Stasis, the latter edition, we have Tarrasque versus Zetsui, Terran versus Zerg. This is a gold level replay. And let's get right on into it. Top right hand corner of this two-player map is the red Terran player Zetsui. And in the top left hand corner is the blue Zerg player. It is Tarrasque, which is close to Tarrasque, which is the name of that incredible Ultralisk from the Brood War campaign that made a comeback, I think, in the StarCraft 2, if I remember properly here. But anyway, he wasn't too difficult to kill in Brood War, unfortunately. One Ultralisk, no matter how tanky he is, coming up against Terran, it's just like, how many tanks do you have? How many tanks are ready to go? Because that is amazing. That is so good against Ultras. And it continued to be so to this day. Tanks are just a beautiful answer to anything on the ground. Anything at all. So this is gold level, which means we might not see the perfect build orders, but people generally should know what they're doing. Looks like a 1 Rex expand from Zetsui, and it's a pool first here from Tarrasque. About a 16 pool or so, not expanding. I don't see any sign that he's sending a drone out to go for a proxy at all, which would be kind of interesting. But, oh, how did we slow down? Whoa, that was weird. Our game speed was slow. I didn't catch it until now. It might have been slow for the whole time and I just didn't notice. Sometimes that definitely happens. But, okay, there's your expansion. So there's a pool into an expansion here, which just means he's worried about maybe a proxy of some kind. Terrans have been fond of those recently. And if you have a pool first that helps you get out when you're trying to deal with these Reapers that show up a little bit earlier than maybe you want them to. But anyways, Zetsui is throwing up the barracks. It's about to complete here. There is a Reaper name ready to go if this is in fact a Reaper, and it is. Reaper's name is Buck Dharma. After a stint as singer and songwriter, he joined the Reaper program because he does not fear the Reaper at all. He had no idea what he was getting himself into. Yeah, sorry Buck Dharma, not going to be a good time for you at all, good friend. But anyway, welcome to your Friday. I hope you enjoy these casts on Friday night. It's some Lowbie stuff. I just feel like the middle of the ladder and the low end of the ladder should get more attention than they normally do from other casters. It's just like everybody wants to cast the high level stuff. Everybody, likes to cast some GM stuff from time to time. But what really gets the attention, for the most part, as far as the YouTube views and clicks and stuff, are the pro level things. And I don't want to be that. I don't want to be driven entirely just by what most people want to see. I want to give people what they want to see, even if they're not part of the majority. So here comes Buck Dharma. What a weird path this is for this Reaper to come on in and try to get some stuff done. And what's he going to meet when he comes on that creep? He's absolutely nothing at the natural base. Are there any lings? There's already a queen out here, which is so perfect. One queen is usually enough to kind of keep that Reaper away, especially if you're paying attention, as it seems like Tarrasque is starting to do here. APM for Zetsui around 30 right now. Tarrasque around 33 too. It did spike up when he was controlling his queen a little bit. He's not throwing down a queen here at the natural base at all. And he's going to chase down, or try to chase down this Reaper with lings, but no. He looked like he was going to, then went ahead and stopped off the creep. But if you come off creep, you're going to die to a Reaper. That's a lot of lings though. Speed has just gotten started. It's nowhere near completing. He's sitting on 500 minerals and 100 gas. Is going for speed, is going for drones, still doesn't have a queen in his natural base. This is definitely some Lowbie stuff we're seeing here right now, although Zetsui seems to have a better idea of what he's doing. He's going for that expand. He did go for a factory first before he threw that on that expansion, so he wanted to make sure he had some tanks for defense, it looks like, as he does have that tech lab on the factory, making a Marauder here too. And yeah, neither player is super interested in being all that aggressive right now. A Roach Warren's coming in. Both players seem really worried about any aggression the other player can bring to them, and that is a lesson you have to learn in StarCraft, especially as Terran is. You have to bring the pain to the Zerg player. You have to be in there with the Reaper. You have to be scouting around. You have to be trying to kill stuff. You got to bring Hellions in. And at the very least, you're forcing Zerglings out of your opponent, and they're doing that instead of making drones. Which, if you leave a Zerg player alone for the first 10 minutes of the game, you're going to lose. There's just, even the great player innovation, if he doesn't harass a Zerg player in the first 10 minutes of the game, he's just going to lose. You can't keep up economically to what a Zerg player is capable of. At this level, you could probably get away with not harassing for the first 10 minutes and be just fine, as these lings do manage to actually force a liftoff on that expansion, and too smart to run up that ramp. Nicely done, Zerglings. Not dumb at all. This Reaper's like, wait, there's speedlings out? I better come try to help them. Nah, man, if you go back there, you're just going to die. You're to inject Queen Urn Tarrasque's queen, no, not really. Floating a little bit of energy here. Going for a lair and researching burrow at the same time. What on earth is Tarrasque up to in the early stages of this game? You got this. Dude, 2 Marines, a Marauder, and a Reaper. Yeah, the link count is enough to make this thing happen. A tank on the high ground. All right, a tank does change the equation there. And Marauder Marine have the tank to thank for being alive here. Thank the tank. That should be some kind of a Christmas celebration. So sitting here at approximately 26 workers is Tarrasque. 26 at this stage of the game is not good at all. He's making, okay, 11 drones. That's good. That is much, much better right now. He's still floating about 1,000 minerals. He really needs to do a better job spending his money. As, you know, do as I say, not as I do. I cast one of my own games last week for Midnight Madness, and I was floating about a 10,000 mineral bank there. In fairness, I was playing against Mass Raven, and I wasn't sure that Zerglings would be great in the situation against Mass Raven with Hellions on the ground and planetary fortresses at all the bases, but next time, I think I'll give it a shot, is what I'm trying to say here. You gotta spend your money on something. If it's sitting in your bank doing nothing, at least expand a million times. At least get all the gas income you can so you can make Mutalisks or make high-level units that you'd want to use with that gas. Anyway, we're thinking about things that happened a while ago. Let's focus on the present now, shall we? More tanks in production. I like this tank stuff from Zetsui. He's doing a better job spending his money than the Zerg player is. Is that a Widowmine? Yeah, Widowmine just popped out. Widowmines with the Drilling Claws upgrade, they burrow faster and they fire faster and they remain cloaked even after they have fired, which is something that it used to be the case, always be the case no matter what. Widowmines were always cloaked and they were burrowed, but now it's been brought back with an upgrade, and Terrans seem to be pretty darn happy about that. Spire in production for Tarrasque. And going for a third base at about 6 minutes, which is way late, way super late. If you watch Terran players like Solar or Serral, or anybody at that high level right now, Dark, Rogue, they get that third base sub 3 minutes, man. They get that thing started in the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes and, you know, 30, 40, 50 seconds, whatever. Just get it down before the 3-minute mark, and you're going to be in a wonderful position economically, especially if you're not planning on attacking early, man. If you're going for a 2-base attack, that's one thing. But if you're planning on going for a 3-base, getting a third base at all, you really should get that third base down much, much earlier than this if you're a Zerg player. Continuing to produce unit-producing structures is what I was trying to say there. Trying to be clever, just kind of flubbed it, unfortunately, but I don't know. It's kind of what I do. Glitter Reconstitution on the way from Tarrasque here. And yeah, so I mean, so far, just Ling Roach versus this Marine tank composition that Zetsui's running with, especially with Widowmines. I just don't see this working out very well at all for Tarrasque. I'm worried for sure. Liberator can't, look, you can't fly through these little things. These are air barriers, which you can't go up, apparently. Where are you trying to go, Liberator? Right here. Here it is. All right, this is what we need to see more of from Zetsui, is harassment, killing drones, forcing the Zerg player to respond. Queen shows up. Oh, in the circle of doom. Can I even see the circle? Why can't I see the circle? Oh, here it is. Here it is. About the same color as the creep, unfortunately. But man, up to 10 kills. Are you kidding right now? 10 kills. And it's 41 to 27 workers in favor of the Terran player. The Liberator comes back. Oh, in range of the Queen, though, but does set up a circle, forcing the Queen out. And then the Queen wanders inside. Oh, I think the Queen would have been killed there if the Liberator had the Defender mode circle present. Oh, that was a close one. Close call for that Queen. Speaking, Liberator and Queen, I guess. Anyway, Queen has 91 energy at this stage, which means they're not injecting very well here, which nothing happening at the third base either. Yeah, this is definitely gold. Definitely gold level shenanigans right now. It feels, you know, I don't know, armies aren't very big. That Liberator setup was pretty good. I'd have to say the Terran player probably has the upper hand right now. Although, look who knows how to put an Overseer into Overseer mode. That's Tarrasque. Tarrasque knows how. Yeah, production tab effectively empty for both players. A third base coming in for Zetsui and working on Overlord speed is Tarrasque, but otherwise nobody's making workers, nobody's making army units, nobody's making buildings to produce further army units. Seems like they're just focused entirely on this action in the middle of the map here. Is that a changeling? Oh, try to get some changelings down, but I think... Wow, I think the tank fire might have squished those guys into oblivion. Okay, so making Overlords, recognizing he is supply blocked. Doesn't want to be supply blocked anytime soon. That's totally fine, Tarrasque. Keep it up. Keep going. But the importance of injects means you have enough larvae to make the stuff you need to make. There's 14 larvae right now for Tarrasque. That could be a lot more if the injects had been consistent here, or had been consistent here. one thing to keep in mind is you can queue up injects as a Zerg player. If you click, okay, so click V, well, whatever your button is, your hotkey is to inject. Inject on your hatch, hold down shift, hit V, click it again, hold down shift, hit click it again, and then you can queue up injects, to where when the first inject wears off, the second one that is queued will pop right on in and start generating that larva for you. It's real nice. That said, Tarrasque is going for Mutalisks, man, and I am not convinced that Zetsui is ready for this at all. Sure, he has a couple Liberators that do splash damage versus Mutas and are pretty fantastic, but if they're outnumbered, it's a bad place to be. And here we go, Liberators trying to set up. We got some Spore Crawlers in setup, or in location here for Tarrasque. They're not quite in a place to actually hit these guys. Like, here'd be a better spot, here'd be a better spot, here'd be a better spot. But as it stands, we are picking off drones on the gas, which is really, really important. Really, really important stuff if you want to take down a Zerg player, is get rid of their gas income. It is really important to do that. So helpful towards the mid and the late games. Queen, hero of the day, gonna wander. Oh, it almost wanders in that circle. See, Tarrasque is paying attention. It's not throwing away units needlessly, which is kind of a good thing here, but at the same time, where are the mutas at? The mutas, ah, they're down here. There's that blob. There's that blob of blue. Flying on past, there are sensor towers up. That means that Zetsui, if he's paying attention to the minimap, will see something come in here and be like, wait, that was real fast. What is that? It's Mutalisks is what it is. SCV's in trouble. Zetsui's up 44 to 36 workers. Whoa, they buy, oh wow, okay. I guess the main place, or main base, might be a little bit better place if you want to kill some of these SCVs. So far, so good, honestly. Chasing them down here. Good evacuation, though, from Zetsui. Evacuation timing, pretty fantastic. Dodging into the natural base. These Hellions can't help at all. This is looking really, really, really bad for the Terran player. He's down to 32 workers. He's lost a ton of SCVs so far, 13 of them. 13 to 13. Are there enough Marines? You know what? That's not enough Marines, Mutas. You could just take those Marines down, kill these units, and help yourself a lot. He can also deny that upgrade for advanced ballistics if he wants. The Marines come in, and yeah, there's just 2 of them. There you go. They're completely dead, which means, dude, you gotta, I guess, a barracks is your target right now, but no. Kill units, kill SCVs, kill stuff over here. A lot of turrets have come up in the meantime, though. The main base is kind of evacuated. I really think Zetsui's in the process of just abandoning his main entirely. He doesn't have the units to kill these Mutalisks. He can build missile turrets, but it doesn't help for the stuff that's going on inside his main base right now. Barracks on fire, literally burning down, and will explode here over the third base. Pieces flying into the mineral line, crushing an SCV, paralyzing him for life. Can you imagine if falling buildings did damage? I'd like it. I'd like to see falling buildings do damage, is all I'm trying to say. All right, so Mutas in here on the starport. Mutas going after factories. Production facilities are falling rapidly right now for the Terran player. He's got a fusion core. He's got a starport, 2 factories, and that's it. That is all he can use to spend his money. These Mutas are doing great. Production tab, once again, solidly empty for both of these players. Nothing being made at the 12-minute mark of the game. Both players starting to float about 5,000 minerals, 2,000 gas in the bank. Now, here are the turrets, and this is where it gets dicey for the Mutas. Ugh. Look at him flying up, bouncing up against this wall, being like, wait, we can't fly up there? No. No, you definitely can't. Oh, finally, Corruptor comes out. Liberator, man. 11 kills on that one. That's amazing. 13 and 14 workers killed. Attack in the front here, some roaches. See, it'd be really good against these tanks is Mutalisks. It'd be really good. Really helpful to have the Mutalisks helping against these Hellions and this Liberator that's in defender mode. But the Mutas have no interest in assisting their buddies. They just want to kill SCVs, which I understand the compulsion to kill SCVs. I understand it very well, but man, you gotta assist. Meanwhile, Hellions coming out. This is a good number of Hellions. And this is a really good counterattack from Zetsui, actually. Recognizing a lot of those roaches are dead now. And that's pretty much what was keeping the Hellions from doing much of anything at all. Still, Muta's causing some problems on the other side of the map. Hellions, just dive in, man. I know there's Mutas in the sky, but just dive in and kill as many drones as you can, and you can probably still get out. There's no static defense here at all. And I know that Mutas are scary, but Hellions are fast. I don't know. These Mutas are going after supply depots, not supply blocking Zetsui at all. He's got about 50 supply available at this point. These poor Marauders just going out for a stroll, man. Oh, the Widow Mines hiding in this beam of light section here. Some pretty good stuff. Mutas get the Liberator. There you go. There it is. Should have killed this Liberator like 5 minutes ago. Oh, never mind. Still alive. No big deal. Factories getting chased on in. Yeah, the main base is gone for Zetsui, but he's expanding in the bottom right, which is real nice, making production facilities down there. Tarrasque sitting at 6,000 minerals and 2,000 gas. He's just not making anything right now. I mean, for those people who said I wasn't spending my minerals last week, at least I was spending gas. At least my gas was very low, and I was maxed out. Tarrasque, if you have resources and you're not maxed out, you're doing something wrong. So, Corruptor's the answer here for Tarrasque. I'm very curious about what he's going to do with Corruptor. That queen has full energy. Not super great. That one too. And yeah, I know mutas are very... They require a lot of micro to not just die, right? If you're not paying attention to your mutas, they very easily can fly over a group of marines or a couple widow mines and just get blasted. But man, you really gotta... Man, look at Zetsui. He's expanding down here. Zetsui is definitely the better player here, but losing your whole base to like 13 mutas is it's a rough place to be, man. It is a rough spot to be if you're significantly better than your opponent. Did he intend to hide that missile turret underneath the command? I don't think he meant to. I don't think he meant to. But the thing is, Tarrasque, he's got his Corruptors still. Production tab empty. He's not expanding. He's not making drones. He's not resaturating this base. What the heck is... Oh, it's a burrowed drone holding a little glob of Vespian gas. I don't think I've seen that animation before. That's weird. Muta's coming down. Oh, there's no missile turrets down here, eh? What a crazy game this is! There's nothing defending all these buildings that Zetsui spent so many resources and so much time building. That is hilarious. That is really, really funny. And there's nothing that can save them because there's no Marines on the ground. There is a Liberator, 4 Widow Mines, and 8 Hellions. The army supply definitely favoring the Zerg, but he's not taking advantage of the fact that he owns map control right now. He does. There's really nothing that Zetsui can do to bother him. He's finally expanding a couple times, which is nice. Bottom left side here. Looking good. Liberator comes in, takes actually the splash damage from the Glaive Worm and dies. That wasn't even a direct attack from the mutas. This barracks on fire. Will it get repaired by Zetsui? I don't know. Losing another building there. High-sec auto-tracking coming in, increasing the range of missile turrets and planetary fortresses by 1. It's a really good upgrade to have. And Zetsui sitting here, sitting pretty, as Tarrasque doesn't know this. Oh, he knows this exists now. I think a drone came in to expand down here and got roasted. Yeah, that's a roasted drone. 100% for sure. Mutalisks killing add-ons. Oh, really all that they can do. Everything else is Missile Turret City right now. But the double expansions is nice for Tarrasque. If he could just throw up like 60 drones, it'd be real nice here. But he only has 6 larvae because, again, the injects have been entirely non-existent for the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 8, 10 minutes. Something like that. Dude, these lings are just... Why? Why would you do this? Planetary Fortress, pleased with himself, has 7 kills somehow. More lings coming in. Dude, you can't just... Why would you... Hey man, lings are people too! Well, to break this, effectively you need Broodlords, as it turns out. I mean, enough mutas can take down these missile turrets, but if there's any repair going on, that it's a difficult place to be. Broodlords just continuing to rain down fire upon this with their free units are definitely the answer. But Tarrasque making more Corruptors. He doesn't have... Is he making Infestation Pit? Okay. Alright, so he's on the way to make Broodlords at this stage of the game, which is really, really good for him. 3 base for Zetsui. It's looking pretty good. 36 SCVs. Hasn't taken the gas at this 3rd base at all. No gas income at the natural either. And no gas income down here at the 3rd. So, I don't know exactly what Zetsui has against gas. He's not, I guess, missile turrets. I guess he thinks I need missile turrets. Gas right now doesn't help me. Missile turrets are the way to go. And yeah, until the Broodlords come in, and then you're in a bad place. So there's the... Oh, he's queuing up. See this? See that? Ah, the queuing up the inject. She's using all of her energy here to queue up a million injects on this. Oh man, that thing's not going to have to be injected for like 10 minutes. That's beautiful. I like it. I like to see the queued up injects going on. Zerg players, we asked for this for years. It really bothered me to see a Terran player who forgot to use his energy on a command center, an orbital command to just throw down 18 mules, or a Protoss player who forgot to use the energy on a Nexus, just chrono boost everything. Because them forgetting to use energy didn't mean they lost it, whereas with Zerg it did. It used to mean you couldn't recover that energy at all. And now you can. It's great. All right, just Widow Mines running around here from Zetsui. What on earth, man? What? Oh, hang on. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. All right. They don't have... Hey, they don't have drilling claws. Just kill them. Where did you think they went? They're on creep. They are on creep. Oh, boy. Again, they're not cloaked. They can't even attack... It's like a horror movie, and you're watching like Mike Myers slowly walk down the street, not even run. Not cloaked. Some Zerglings came out. That's good. They're in proximity to kill these Widow Mines, but they have no interest in going over there and doing it at all. Hey guys. There's the thing. There's a thing over here that you should probably kill. It's murdering your friends and the people that are responsible for you living. Greater Spire. There it is. There's a Greater Spire from Tarrasque. Did they fire again? 7 kills, 4 kills, 1 kill. 30 workers for Tarrasque at the 20-minute mark of this game. He took these hatcheries, but absolutely only saturated the 1, and even then, just barely. Oh, there we go. Man, one of those Widow Mines fired. Hold on, I gotta see this. Oh my gosh. Alright, so pro tip. Send in a Zergling so that it'll fire on that, and then send the rest of them in. Got it, good. More Widow Mines coming out here from Zetsui. This is amazing. This is absolutely hilarious. Get them. Get them. Okay, alright. Well, no, they didn't get them, but they've all fired now, and now they are completely vulnerable to the 9 Mutalisks that can kill them. There's only 9 Mutalisks that can kill these guys, and they're gonna get it. But again, this is buying time. This is keeping Tarrasque off of Zetsui's corner. And Widow Mines do not fire at all. There's detection there anyway, even if they had the drill. Oh, they do have the drilling claws now. Alright, good. Did they have drilling claws that whole time? They might have added it while I wasn't paying attention, but that's your 8 Broodlords. 8 Broodlords from from Tarrasque against Zetsui. What do you have to deal with that, my Terran player? 8 Hellions and 13 Widow Mines. I mean, if you get the Widow Mines parked directly underneath this army, you might actually get that done, which would be hilarious, which would be right on cue, right on schedule for an Into the Void game. 22 more Corruptors on the way. Tarrasque is starting to spend his money at the very least. And here goes nothing. Here goes the Broodlord Assault. I really think Zetsui just loses this base entirely. I really don't see how he wins control of this place anyway. The good thing about Broodlords is that they're slow, and it gives you time to respond to them before they show up at your other bases. But Hellions rolling in. Oh, remember what I said about Widow Mines earlier? Do you recall? Oh, we can't fire. Oh, kind of firing on the Broodlings there. That's not what you want to do. No. Keep it up. Keep it up. You can't go home. You can't go home now. Keep firing. There we go. The Overseer. Can the Overseer see that? Nope. Overseer can't see them. There's a little indentation. It shows where they are, but can't actually see them to fire upon them. The Overseer in the wrong position here. Yeah, man, that Planetary Fortress is going to go down. It's got 110 kills, which is ideal here, but more Widow Mines. All right, that was good. That was good. That was firing on Broodlings again. So the base does go down, as I mentioned, but 4 Vikings in production for Zetsui. Finally, these Widow Mines get cleaned out. They've been doing way more work than they otherwise should be able to do. Got Hellions defending against these Broodlings, too. Just give it up, man. You're just going to die. You're going to get racking up a ton of kills here, which is just impressive. You can tell your boys about it when you get back home, but it's not working. It is not working at all. All right, so it's 130 to 66 army supply in favor of Tarrasque. This bottom base is gone. He's got some Broodlords and some Corruptors, and he's kind of got his army split up into 2 right now, which I'm not a big fan of. With Broodlords, I just don't prefer splitting up like this. But Zetsui, where you at, man? Where is your army? He's making Vikings, which is exactly what he needs. He needs to fight over the missile turrets. Why are you going for a base that has been relocated? I don't know. Widowmine's catching some of these mutas, actually, but another Broodlord attack is starting on this third base, this gold, which has been sitting here for a while, pretty much unopposed. And now it's in a lot of trouble. So natural base, it looks like Zetsui is down to a single base here. He's got his Vikings, he's got his Marines. He's not quite sure if he wants to engage right now, but he's going to go ahead and wipe out one of these Broodlords at least. Corruptor's here to fight, but only a couple of them wander over. You need the whole darn ball, man. You can control click and select all of the units of that type on the screen. Corruptors would be a good thing to select there. They have upgrades? No. Absolutely no. Upgrades are for chumps. So the gold base is down. The Vikings are going to clear out all the Broodlords down here. I don't even know where the Corruptors are or if it even really matters at this point. Yep, Broodlord's down. Corruptors, you can't just dodge around, man. If you're going to fight, you got to fight. If you don't fight, the Broodlords just die. Yeah, the Marines are helping immensely in this situation. And I mean, even if they just fight against the Corruptors, that's exactly all that you really need here. That said, Broodlings are coming down and whittling down this Marine count quite nicely. Additional Corruptors showing up, but I think the Broodlords are just gone is the problem. And Zetsui manages to hang on by the skin of his teeth there. Just barely. Army supply now 73 to 38, really taking a major swing. Major swing in the swing of things there in favor of the Terran player. That said, he's down to one base. Okay, he's got a natural base, kind of. He's not actually mining from it at all right now. But so far, so good from Zetsui. I mean, he's alive. He's got a bigger army. Production tab for Tarrasque is continually 0. Remember all those queued up injects? They're gone. And the Queen has full energy again. That is, that's how long it's been. These drones actually run out of things to do up here at the natural base. The third base has some minerals to mine, I guess. Did he ever take anything at this gold? No, no interest. No interest in doing anything at that base whatsoever. You guys, if you're going to take a base, you have to saturate it, especially a Zerg, where you can just make 20 drones, throw them down there, put 6 on gas, and just walk away. It's so easy to do. Ooh, Swarm Host on the way from Tarrasque. That makes things a little bit more interesting. I do like Swarm Host. I mean, not necessarily, well, you know what, against Bio, they're pretty great. Dude, are you really? Really? You're coming in here? The Viking count is currently 10. The Corruptor count is not that much. It's 6, in fact. Yeah, once again, Marine Viking, pretty great against Broodlord, especially without any support. Sure, a lot of Marines are dying, but that's definitely worth it. Do the Marines have upgrades? Yes, they have 1-1, which makes them better upgraded than anything that Tarrasque has, because he has no attack or armor upgrades for any of his units. That's insane right now. Ultralisk Cavern from Tarrasque. Okay. I don't know if you have the gas for that. And 26 completely unupgraded lings with the exception of speed. Did he get adrenal glands? He did not. Glial reconstitution, Overlord speed, Burrow, and Zergling speed as Zetsui comes to take down the base that never had any minerals or gas mine from it at all. Goodbye, friends. I mean, the Zerglings will pick off some of these reinforcements, which is nice, but he has nothing to deal with the main army here. That said, if the main army gets dragged back to deal with these Zerglings... Oh, look at this positioning. What? Is this accidental? That has got to be accidental. There's no way he's like, I'm going to make a little place for my Marines to hide so Zerglings can't kill them. No, they're supposed to be rallying out to the front, but they can't. They're stuck, but it actually worked out pretty well for him. All right, more creep tumors going down. 139 to 59 supply. I think this is it for our Zerg player. Okay, never mind. 5 Ultras on the way. 5 Ultras on the way might actually be enough to take down this many 1-1 Marines. Third base is dead. That Queen with full energy, dead. Broodlings coming in. Larva getting picked off. So much larva. So much unused larva. 30 larva, man. Just doing nothing here at all. Ooh, some Swarm Hosts down. Did he pop locusts on him? He did. At least once. And here we go. Wow, alright. That, Oh no, the scan! Wow, surprise murder. Surprise murder of all of those dudes. And here are the Ultras. They're kind of stuck, but they're chewing through these Marines pretty fast, you guys. 1 Ultra down, 2 Ultras down, but the other 2 just chomping through those Marines. 13 kills and 18 kills on those dudes. Yeah, I mean, even Ultras without any actual upgrades still have, is it 3 armor? 2 armor, something like that. Chitinous plating's on the way. Actually landing the Viking to take down the Greater Spire. That's interesting. That's interesting stuff. They do get it. And then when the Ultras come in, they don't lift off because they like getting chomped up from behind. All right. Well, dang. Tarrasque making it happen with these 2 Ultralisks and a few Corruptors. 20 and 20 kills each on those guys. They are assassins for sure. I mean, it's not really assassin-like to just chew through entire groups of troops on the field, but that is the rank it assigns an Ultralisk or anything if it goes over 20 kills. Is that Anabolic Synthesis? Is he making Ultras faster off creep? He sure is. But man, I don't think it's enough. I mean, sure, it's a lot of Marines on the ground from Zetsui, but do you have any tanks Zetsui at all? 30 Marines. 30 Marines. The good news is he's got these guys hidden. Remember? Remember those hidden dudes that he has? Chitinous plating is up, and these guys have ridiculous amounts of armor. And he burrowed them. They don't benefit. Okay, well, that was a dumb burrow. Unburrow and attacker, get out, man. Oh, one ended up getting killed. That's not good. 23 kills, though. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Production tab from Tarrasque is, again, consistently empty here. He just doesn't like spending his money on stuff at all. Saturate this base. He's got gas income here. This is where his Ultralisk Cavern is, at least, so he can make more Ultras as necessary. You know what? If he just did that right now, if he just went, make Ultralisks with the 12 larvae that I have, he'd be fine. I don't understand what's going on. Oh, there it is. Hey, 6 Ultras. 6 Ultras on the way. And I don't like this Marine group. I don't like their chances of survival against that. If they get further upgrades, they still have the 1-1. Pro tip for Zetsui, if your opponent has Ultras, you can't kill him with Marines unless you way outnumber him. It is a bad situation for Marines to be in. So, Marauders are good, Liberators are good, tanks are great, Ghosts with steady targeting is good if you can handle the casting. Which I understand not everybody feels comfortable doing that, but if you want to learn to deal with Ultralisks in a multiplayer, it's kind of something you have to do. All of the Lings came into this base instead of this base. That said, a lot of SCVs are going to die here. Reaction time for Zetsui is not as good. He's going to unload his Marines on this, but a lot of SCVs going down. And can't quite see what's going on, but I assume the Lings are getting cleaned up. Because again, they don't have any upgrades other than speed, which is just not. It's fine. It makes them better, but at this stage of the game, it is just abysmal level upgrades. Ooh, Adrenal Glands on the way, though. All right, Adrenal Glands I can get behind. Where's your speed, dudes? Let's see it. Let's see your speed off creep. Yeah, not bad. Not too shabby. We're moving, we're trundling. Not as fast as you are on creep, obviously, but again, nothing is fast. Nothing's as fast as it is on creep as it is off of creep for the Zuri, I don't think. At least if they don't have a speed upgrade. Or if they have a speed upgrade. Is he? Oh my gosh, he's saturating this left side base, you guys. Holy smokes. That said, Zetsui going for 3rd now. I mean, it's been a lot of lost resources, a lot of lost bases for the Terran player, but he is being scrappy. He's showing Terran ingenuity and Terran stick-to-itiveness. So what do we think? 8 Ultras versus 64 Marines? I think the Ultras have it. I really do, especially if there's any Link support at all, which there's not, of course, because using that 5,000 minerals on Zerglings wouldn't, I don't know, wouldn't be cool or something. All right, so some reinforcing Marines are trying to come in. It's getting chewed up right now. This is a good move. All right, round the corner action here. Oh, are we trying to kite? We're trying to kite a little bit. But stimming to do it and then falling back into a little bit of a crevice there, a narrow place that the Tarrasque Ultras can't get into. But these swipes, man. Ooh, a Thor's out now. Thor better against Ultras, but there's like one of them, which is problematic. Look at this production tab, though. Consistently up for Zetsui. Consistently nothing for Tarrasque here. Trying to take down these barracks while these Marines shoot at them. Okay, now they got through. Those safe Marines are no longer safe at all. Marines trying to decide, how do we save our friends? Don't know. I don't have an answer for you. The Ultras are pulling away right now. 0 kills, 4 kills, 2 kills, 12 kills on that guy, and he shows it. He's got 68 HP. 6 more Ultras on the way from Tarrasque. Okay, all right. That said, Marauder production has begun. And Stim. He didn't have Stim? Zetsui's gone. He doesn't have Stim. I didn't even notice that. I just assumed he had it. I assumed every Terran player who made any number of Marines got Stim. Not Zetsui, though. Not this guy at all. Look who's back in his main and his natural base, too. Zetsui. Hey, he's like, I recognize these places. There are not many minerals left. But there's a bunch of gas, so that's probably worth harvesting from. Oh, yeah, especially in the natural. Tons of gas there. All right, army supply, 144 to 100, favoring the Terran player. But again, a lot of that is Marines. They don't have the upgrades to stand with these Ultras. Oh, hang on. Hey, +2 attack finished. All right, all right, all right. That's a little bit better for the Terran player. And here come the Ultralisks. Sneak attack from the high ground. Man, there was a time in Heart of the Swarm where they were like, we're going to make Ultralisk burrow charge. And we said, wait, what's that? And they burrowed and then charged underground and popped up in the middle of enemy formations. It was amazing and so overpowered. It never made it to the game. It's just ever talked about in the beta. But this bottom left-hand base is gone. This is a big, scary Terran army. And your hatchery is belong to us. That said, the Ultras are coming in for the base race. These Marauders are good, but not when getting smashed in the face by more Ultras than there are in that group. Man, there was a Marauder body that flew over there, wasn't there? So we're base racing. They say never base race a Terran. But that's where we are right now. Oh, the Thors are actually back here behind. Okay, never mind. One of the Ultras is going to die, but I don't think that's going to be about it for these Thors. So not bad killing one Ultra. It's not too shabby. The thing you got to be doing here, though, is you got to be lifting your buildings if you're Zetsui. And you want to make sure there are no Corruptors at all. Oh, yep, these Corruptors dying would be real nice for Zetsui. The Corruptors living would be amazing for Tarrasque as well here. Chomp, 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 chomp. All right, so that base down. But in the base race scheme of things, Zetsui is winning this thing just through sheer damage output. +2 attack on Bio with Stim, with Medivacs to heal them up. Yeah, man, you can't win this base race. He should have just gone for the attack. I think he has a much better chance of winning against this many Marines with his 13 Ultras. I guess if he had better upgrades, I'd feel better about it. But, oop, there we go. Planetary Fortress trying to take down these Ultras. Has 0 kills and will end his life with 0 kills. As there were no SCVs to repair at all. Hey, some Ultras are here. But, man, look at them getting melted. Yeah, you need more than 3 Ultras to do that. It makes me wonder about my prediction that, you know, 13 Ultras could handle this. Maybe Tarrasque is making the right call here. How many buildings are... This is it, man. That's it. That's the game. Bam. Tarrasque is defeated. Zetsui is victorious. The base race goes down to the wire. Okay, I mean, there's a whole base down here, which, yeah, okay. Tarrasque didn't know about it. Didn't know about these either. I bet he felt better about the situation. He assumed all that he had left were a couple buildings here, but no, there was a lot more left from the Terran. That said, wow, that definitely classifies as an Into the Void. What an amazing game. What an amazing, just players are passive and players are not making right decisions and a lot of things to talk about, to improve upon. Yeah, man, if Tarrasque just spent his money, right, a lot of the ways to get out of these lower levels is spend your money. Make buildings to be able to produce things to spend your money. Inject, make hatcheries to produce things to spend your money. If you're Zerg, the injects were okay. Sometimes for Tarrasque, he had a lot of larva throughout the game. He just never spent it. There were times the production tab was entirely empty. He wasn't maxed out. Even just making Zerglings would have helped him immensely in this situation. Zerglings in base races are pretty fantastic, honestly. And a bunch of Banelings against this would have been pretty good too. I can't imagine Zetsui's target firing is all that good, but... Anyway, good one. Resources lost, 39,000 for Zetsui, 42 for Tarrasque. So pretty good stuff from Tarrasque, I'd say. Idle time in the thousands for both players. That just tracks how much time within the game is spent doing literally nothing. And that is your answer for this lower level game. But good one, fun one. Thanks for sending it in, Zetsui. I assume it was you. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and an Into the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Broken and ashamed by what you have done. There is no redemption, and so and it's taken your heart and broken your soul. You cannot go back until you're made whole. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, there's a light upon you, and you follow it on. Looking for a reason and a way to atone. All around you, the planets and stars. You're lost in a maelstrom of a great new unknown. And you're running into the void. You go searching into the void to find a place you can live, a place you can love. Is it just an illusion? When push comes to shove, and you're running into the void. You go searching into the